when they were 1-0 up and Ronaldo did the went to catch the ball and then the look away flick. Yeah. And he was raging at half time. He was like, fuck this guy. The fuck is this guy doing? And they were like 2-1 up at that stage. They got 2 back. So like he was like, oh, whatever, you know. And then Richard was like, yeah, but you'd love to see that, don't you? It's like, Richard's like, he's from Germany. Like, imagine this is someone doing this to Ireland, like, you'd be fucking raged as well.
Literally, like, with the ball, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Doing tricks.
And then after the game then, of course, they won 4-2 in the end. And he was like, yeah, not laughing anymore, is he? I think he said, like, now he's the fool. He tried to make us look a fool, now he's the fool.
Now it is you who's the clown.
And Richard was like, the German here beside me is sucking all the fun out of the room. It's like, it was against Germany, Richie. Well, why can't you see this, like? Jeez, take it easy, man. Just having a go at your own country, Jesus.
Oh, we're all laughing at it.
Yeah. I can laugh at it. Why can't you? Oh, man.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before. Nonsense. Talking nonsense. Why should we accept somebody talking nonsense? Like, what would you say? Just why are you talking nonsense about us? Why are you talking rubbish?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a No Nonsense podcast with Cathal and Will. We're back again. With last episode, we started with the group of death, and I think we'll be back there again, but for very different reasons, because we had some games on our hands.
Oh, baby.
The last time we were all looking forward to the France-Germany game, because we thought France are obviously the world champions, they're a good side. Germany, you look at that squad, like we were saying, they have a great squad. Who wouldn't want those players?
Yeah.
And it didn't really become anything, mainly because France were kind of sitting back and Germany didn't have the ability to kind of break them down in that way.
Yeah.
But this game, Portugal didn't sit back, and that suited Germany down to, and like I knew Germany had good players. I was like, maybe everything I think I know about football is wrong, but Germany have good players. Yeah. Why are they playing so badly? I suppose before we get into it, in case you're thinking this sounds a bit off, that sounds a bit kind of weird.
Sounds like the boys are shouting.
Yeah, well, we are because this is our first episode in person. As just the tone of the pod is that we would mess it up somehow, and Will has forgotten his mic.
Yeah, I forgot all of the things, and Cathal got a brain injury. I think.
Yeah, well, I hit my head running around the house this morning. Because we're heading off as well. We're heading off on holibops, so I was a bit flustered, and we're struggling. We're all struggling right now.
We're giving you an episode though, because if we didn't, that you'd never hear from us again.
No, we probably just like we'll get it next week.
We missed that one, and they didn't care. So
yeah, so no, we're here. We're one mic in it, one laptop in it. We're maybe shouting into the mic. Just lower the volume down.
Yeah, or turn it up, whichever the problem is. Just
you're in control of this episode. This is an interactive episode where you get to play along at home by turning it up and turning it down, depending on how loud it is in your ear.
Pretend we're on like a merry-go-round going by you talking.
Yeah, we're on pogo sticks going up and down talking to you. Now, in reality, me and Will are on a seesaw and we're going up and down and there's a mic in the middle. But no, that's just a little disclaimer. We might all cut all that out. Who knows?
We might not cut anything.
May I see the light of day. So, like we were saying, it was the group of death, and Germany versus Portugal. Portugal got off to, well, actually, no, to be fair, Germany got off to a pretty good start. They were dominating the early exchanges, as you might say. Yeah. They were right up first. I suppose they had to be up first because they had to win this game.
Yeah, and as the game went on, I think I messaged you as well, where we were like, how does the third place thing work?
Yeah.
I guess in Germany had been told how it worked. They were like, you need to get goals and stuff.
We still don't know, but no. I think it's one of those things, it'll shake out now over the weekend.
Yeah.
As the last games come out.
People will be like, oh, and also.
Yeah, well, I suppose we don't know. Like, I think it'll go down to the last day, which I guess is good for the tournament, like excitement-wise, and for teams still being in it.
It's good for that, but it's a bit shit because it seems like when the game yesterday was on, it's like, well, why does this matter? Because if Germany lose, they're still in third.
Yeah, well, I suppose
and we guess that means they go through or something. There's a playoff.
And I don't know who the third. Like before, like the Euros used to be so simple.
Yeah.
first in Group A plays second in Group C.
Yeah.
And second in Group A plays first in Group B. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
Now, who did the third place teams play?
There's a three-way game at the end with 3 goals.
It's 3/3, and then you play, the winner stays on. Yeah. Whoever wins the half.
They play street ball. They play half court.
Whoever wins the most duels. It'd be 0-0, but a lot of chances created at both ends. But who won? Who got the better of the exchanges? I don't know. And look, if you're here on this podcast for that kind of information,
at this stage,
you're in the wrong place, pal.
I forgot my mic.
we're shouting into one mic at 9 a.m. I hit my head really badly as well. So if I come out with some mad shit, this is my 3rd concussion I've ever had, I think.
You're like the dude in Not Another Teen Movie with the clock ticking down every time. It's like, he's only got 2 left.
I've never seen that. Maybe I did, I just don't remember it. Maybe it's been knocked out of me. I think I did see that. I just don't remember that scene. So like we're saying, France... Germany. Germany started well, but Portugal hit them on the counter.
Yeah.
And, as good as you'll see a counter-attack, Bernardo Silva ran it out, long ball over the top for Jota, perfectly across for Ronaldo. Really great team goal. And at that point, you kind of think, oh yeah, it's over now for Germany.
Yeah,
they were so bad against France, I think they don't have the ability to score goals off the cuff. Portugal are going to sit back here.
Yeah.
But Germany were really, really good. Muller was excellent.
Yeah. Unreal.
I mean, for Yogi Low, I guess he called him back under pressure.
Yeah.
But you still get credit all the same, because you could have said, fuck that, I've been here since 2008, I think I know how to run the team. He called him back, and that's exactly why you do that kind of leadership and experience that people talk about, but you don't always see.
Yeah.
He was excellent in that game. Another player completely wrote off, Gosens. Kenny Cunningham was calling him Goose, I think. The Goose. He was savage. He got 2 assists and a goal in the 4-2 win for them.
Yeah. I will say though, he was savage, but after say the second assist or the goal, it did seem like, why are they not changing anything to stop that man?
Yeah,
he had just free reign that whole side of the pitch to do whatever he wanted.
He was marauding up and down that wing, as was Kimmich on the other side. I think Kimmich assisted the ball for his goal.
Yeah.
It was coast to coast, wing to wing. It was like, come on.
Yeah, that's you can't do that.
They were both free reign down the pitch, crossing to each other, hitting in the box. It's like, you can't be doing that. I remember back in the day, for any fantasy managers out there, Bertrand and Klein.
Oh yeah,
what a combination that was.
Yeah.
But that was Premier League team against not world class players supposedly. This is against Portugal, tip to win it, and they couldn't spot this glaring weakness down the 2 flanks.
Happened 4 times.
It was great.
Yeah.
And look, we were saying, why they switch to a back 3? This is madness. But I guess
anyways,
Gosens, like what we were saying, he plays in Italy as a wing back, and he's been very successful at it. So, I guess play to your strengths, which is what you would say in another situation, which he has, and it really worked out for Germany. Now it does kind of blow the group wide open.
Oh yeah, big time. But even Hungary are in with a shout, aren't they?
Yeah. Hungary, they drew against France.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Yeah,
that was a full capacity Puskás Arena in Budapest. They don't care about COVID at all.
They're done with COVID, yeah. Although we are both shouting into one microphone here.
Well, we're being more cautious maybe. And they're done with it in the kind of philosophical sense. They have the second highest death rate in the world in Hungary.
I did not know. I wonder why.
I think second to Brazil or something like that.
That's insane.
They have a really high death rate.
They're not a tiny country as well.
They're not. I don't know. I'd say they're probably bigger than us, though. All the same.
Oh yeah.
I'd say, but maybe not as big as France or Germany, obviously. Yeah. But a middling European country. They don't believe in COVID anymore. Interesting though, I saw there's obviously mainly Hungarians there, the home crowd. Yeah. But then there's a section of French people.
Yeah, and they're just allowed in the full capacity stadium.
They're on top of each other too. They didn't care either. They're like, hey, when in Rome,
The rules are different here.
Yeah, it's like, oh, COVID mustn't be here. They know well. People are just sheep. They just do whatever someone says. Like, this is my second birthday in lockdown, or even in lockdown.
I don't know. Well, we're going on holidays today.
Well, the lockdown I measure by is, can I go into a pub without leaving my name?
Yeah.
Say that any pub in the country have a pint of Guinness. If I can't do that, I'm on lockdown.
Yeah.
My rights are being infringed.
It's hell here.
My God-given right is being infringed. I was in with the pub with one of the lads, and we were sitting out, basically on the street, outside, and it wasn't that warm. And he's like, this is like purgatory. You know? We're not really in there, but we're not out there either. Like, this is just like some
this is much worse.
awful thing in the middle where, like, I'm drinking, but I don't enjoy this.
Yeah, I'm just giving money away.
Yeah, I just donate this money to something more worthwhile. I mean, obviously, support local business, folks. You know, we're not saying don't support local business, but you know what I'm saying.
You don't have to be happy about it.
You know.
Well, because it was funny during that game when the announcers were like, "Oh, it's great to see full stadiums." You know, you'd miss it. I was like, "You don't remember the whole reason for this." Yeah,
as if I don't know, but they didn't mention that once. I guess it just doesn't play well with crowds. Yeah. No one wants to hear about that shit anymore, man.
Sake of it, man.
Like, yeah, of course it's true. Of course it's still happening, but it's like, you know, sometimes you see, you know, like a murder on the news or something. And you just kind of, no.
Not today.
You know, not like saying that, you don't believe in murder. Are you a murder denier? It's like, I just, you know, I don't, I'm not, like, sometimes you come home from day of work or whatever, you don't want to hear about that. Like, you know, it just makes you feel worse than you already do. And I think we're all at that point now with COVID, like, we're just like, I know it's serious. I'm trying my best, but like, I don't want to hear about it. So you're watching the game of football thinking, this is great. But don't forget, folks, people are dying by the thousands in Hungary. It's like, you've ruined it. You've ruined it, man.
Shut up.
So, I see why they didn't mention it, but it's inescapable as well. But look, I think as well, it was a great result for Hungary. Yeah. That's probably the first time in well over a year that any of those players have played a proper away game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, full stadium baying for your blood.
I think Mbappe said about, he was like, they had a full stadium and it was really hard. Like, they're so loud.
It was also 28 degrees, or 29 degrees in Budapest.
Water breaks are back, baby.
Yeah, water breaks back in. Kenny Cunningham was snapping at the water breaks.
Man, he would not stop talking about them.
Man, you're ruining the game. Keep it going. He's right though. Like, it does. Like, if you're under pressure,
it totally fucked Portugal.
Yeah.
Or no, fucked Germany. No, Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal. Yeah, because they were getting back on top, and then the water break just slowed it down. Like we're saying about the two lads on the flanks. I mean, if that's happening for 15 minutes, you know, and you're getting some joy. Like, you think back to the Turkey-Wales game, like, Ramsey made that run 3 times. If they had a water break and they go, stop that run, well, you have to wait till half time to say, there's a run there. He scored a goal off it, actually. It's too late then. So you can have, like, it's like quarters. You can, like, reanalyze and say, look, this is what we're seeing from the sideline. Yeah. It's a lot easier to kind of stop a team. So for Hungary, it's exactly what they needed. Yeah. They were very physical. They were flying the tackles, leaving dirty kind of tackles lay on people stand. They all stand on the standing foot. Yeah. Like, you know where his foot is. Yeah. Like, oh shit, I didn't see there.
I'm gonna stand at the place that's hardest for me to stay upright. Yeah. I'm gonna come down on that.
I'm gonna come down on the only uneven surface here that I can stand on. It's pure filth, and they weren't getting booked for it, which is the key. Like, if ref books that early on, then you're like, okay, right, I can't. The person that got booked early on was Pavard. He got booked after like 10 minutes for consistent fouling. He had like 2 dubious fouls. Like, Hungary were in full shithouse mode trying to get that win. Their goal was savage, actually.
Yeah, really good.
He was like straight up one touch header. You know, he went right in the box. He had the pace on him. Yeah. And then great finish. But from that point on, I thought this game is going to be just like protect what we have. Yeah. And for all the players that France had and the quality they have, it was a long ball from Lloris. Yeah. You know, and then Kerr's like, oh no, they've let it bounce. Like, which is always a sign of a bad player. Like, if I don't clear this in the air, I've got no chance. Yeah. It was 2-on-1. And Mbappe was just so much better. He won the ball off and then played across the Griezmann, and it was a good finish. And I thought that might be it then. This might be but I think with the crowd, the heat, the water breaks, Hungary had everything on their side to win that game. Yeah. The draw, I should say.
It's like Scotland. It's a win. The draw counts.
Yeah. So a great point for Hungary, but with the Portugal result, the Portugal-Germany result, it blows that group of death wide open.
It felt like, again, we don't know how the third place thing worked, but it seems like after that game, I was like, one of Portugal or France probably aren't going through if we didn't know the third place thing.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure. I'm assuming, if I was just guessing, why wouldn't we guess? Let's guess. Probably what goal scored would be part
I
of
would
it.
imagine it's like the top third place teams, maybe like 4 of them or something.
Yeah, like say Italy would probably win all 3 of their games. They'll be on 9 points.
Yeah.
And then Wales have won 1 and drawn
Turkey,
1.
are they having a chance? If Turkey win today, are we back?
Well, that's the thing. Like say Turkey were to lose now to Wales, right? Wales go on 6, so you got 9 and 6. Turkey will have 0, and then Switzerland will have lost their game as well. Say Switzerland draw, they would have to win. They have 4 points.
I would imagine it's whoever is on like 5 points. 4 points.
Yeah, it must be points, and then if it's on similar points, goals scored maybe, or goals conceded.
Because it's bullshit if you have 1 point and you get fucking another goal at it.
Yeah, if you have like 1 point or 2 points from the third spot, you won't get through. I wouldn't say you get 2 draws, and like Spain could be one of those ones that are.
Do you think this is how the meeting went for the Euros? They were like, yeah, but that's bollocks.
Is it a COVID thing, or is it kind of a, let's make sure the big teams go through? Like, what's
the Super League?
Yeah.
Super League mentality.
I don't know. It seems kind of like, first and second was a simpler way of doing it. But I don't know. That group, we have France on a win and a draw. They're on 4. We have Germany on a loss and a win, which is on 3. Portugal on a win and a loss. So they're on 3. So we got 4-3-3-1.
Yeah, and Germany are playing Hungary in their last game.
So Germany play Hungary. You'd imagine they'd win that one.
Well, is it in Hungary?
Oh, maybe it is. We'll just say for argument's sake they do win it. That would put them on 6 points.
Yeah.
Then that would mean Portugal have to beat France. I can't say that happened, to be honest.
Not with the Portugal, although Ronaldo did. Like we didn't even mention the first Portugal goal. Ronaldo defended a corner, headed it up the pitch, bursted down the pitch rapidly, and then slotted in a tap in. So like he's not done with the whole
he's not done
winning stuff.
Absolutely not. But like that's what I mean. Like Germany were like pushing forward trying to get the goal because they had to win. Whereas France against Germany, like I bet you won't score against us, and I bet you will catch the counter, which they did. Only for VAR calling offside, they would have had 3 goals. So I mean, I think that's what they play against Portugal too. I bet you can't defend Mbappe 101. So it's not looking good for Portugal. People are saying Portugal and France are going to win this. I have been unconvinced by Portugal.
Me too, yeah. They seem... also, Bruno Fernandes has done nothing. He's been a ghost.
They're playing him very deep, I find.
Yeah, he's like way back there.
Like in fantasy, he was 10.5 because I think everyone assumed it would be kind of him playing almost up front with Ronaldo.
Yeah. 2
goal scores. Yeah, that'll get you through it. And they'd have like Jota or... different players out in the wings, maybe Bernardo Silva, but like they've just play like a front 3 and then 3 holding. There, so... And
his whole thing is he gives away the ball a lot because he tries loads of risky things. You don't want that back there.
No, you want to lose the ball as high the pitch as you can and let them run the whole length of the pitch. Let them score that way if you want. But maybe we've got the tactics wrong. I think losing Cancelo, I didn't think was that good. Well, not that it wasn't that good, but like I didn't think it'd be as big a miss. He obviously has a lot going forward for them as well.
Yeah.
Kind of like an Alexander-Arnold, like that kind of a different point of attack. But I suppose every team's had injuries and COVID cases, so you can't really blame that. They haven't been great. They have to beat France. They have to go to France to get results. Not go to France, but
it might be go to France.
I don't know what the games are even.
No. Yeah. Are you a fan of the games all over the place? Because I hate it.
I think it would be cool if you had gone there. Like you say, you had saved up for the without COVID. But before COVID, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
During, it's the worst possible idea. it's literally the worst. Like, let's have as much movement around the continent as possible. Worst idea. And Budapest and Hungary. Like, I mean, it's terrible in now. But
and then even like in some games, like the Portugal-Germany game, the stadium looked empty. It's like, why are you bothered? Why not play all the games in Hungary if you want to do this?
Yeah. I mean, I guess the only thing is like if you put on a country that doesn't have the facilities already. Yeah. Like even England with the West Ham's Olympic Stadium. Yeah. Like, and that's they had to sell that at a loss basically to West Ham. You don't want to enforce that on a smaller. Obviously they apply for it, but you know what I mean. Like if you spread it around, there's no waste, there's no extra unnecessary stuff being built, and it's everybody's involved kind of thing. Yeah. It's been good so far. It's just definitely teams have advantages over others, which I mean...
Well, they should. Unlike England.
I don't like Denmark. I've had both their games at home. I mean, obviously special circumstances, but Yeah. But yeah, that's the group of death is definitely shaping up. It's really living up to the hype.
Yeah, definitely.
Finally, because it looked like it's going to be this is going to be 1-1 draws and France will go through. But yeah, 4-2. I would say it will. Might patent the games around.
Oh,
yeah. You didn't think I'd get in there, did you, folks? But I did. Patent the games around.
The people were skipping through every 15 seconds and looking for it.
The other games the day before, we had Sweden-Slovakia. 1-0 Sweden. Isaac, he's probably the main talk point from that game. Apparently Dortmund have a buyback clause on them, which people are now... This is the transfer stuff that happens. When there's no Euros, this gets insane. But they're already doing this, Isaac is playing so well. They have a buyback clause on him. That means they're going to sell Haaland to my club, Chelsea. That way they'll have Isaac to replace Dortmund. This is how Dortmund always do it. It's like, no.
You've talked about this before, where you used to, in fancy football, be like, why did I leave him on the bench? If I had played him, I would have got 12 points.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that. You just want 12 points. Just say, hopefully Haaland comes here. You don't have to make up a scenario where it's possible. Just say, hopefully he does.
Well, they can latch on to it. If you hope Haaland comes, but this way you can but this could happen. It's like, you're not in the boardroom. You don't know how Dortmund think of Isaac.
And that never happens. No. Nothing ever plays out in transfers like you expect.
No, it's always some kind of weird number it's like, geez, for that much, or it's because there's stuff going on that we've no insight to at all. But
apparently Liverpool are linked to Isaac as well to replace Bobby Firmino.
Yeah. Again, I think if I was like the agents and I wanted to earn my money, you have a good game of the Euros.
You're in, baby.
Link a few rumours, man. That's all you have to do. I'm going to be at a club for maybe 3 to 5 years. I renegotiate the contract maybe once or twice in that time. And then when I want to move, when I'm at the Euros, just link it. That's your entire job, and you get 10% of everything. Yeah. Come on.
Locatelli is another player who's linked everywhere now.
Anyone who
he scored a goal.
Anyone who scored at the Euros is linked to Arsenal at some point. This is what happened to Man United a few years ago, where every team was linked. It was like, it's a desperate looking thing, and now it's happened to Arsenal.
But it was interesting with United then when that happened, because after World Cups they'd be linked to everyone.
Yeah.
But then they bought everyone. They would buy Falcao and Di Maria and all in the one summer, and then it's like, how's this not working?
They buy a lot of those players, yeah. But like I say, it's if it wasn't for the Euros, this is what the podcast would be about.
Oh god!
So
we'll be reviewing goal.
We laugh at it now, but I mean, join us this time next year and see what the crack is about, because that's what we're going to be reporting. Yeah, good win for Sweden. That's they're on 4 points now. Yeah, that can be good enough sometimes.
Yeah, that usually is all you need.
The Slovaks have a win. They're on 3. They would have probably preferred a draw, and that that would have been good for them to get a draw. Croatia, Czech Republic, like a knife fight.
Yeah.
It reminds me a bit of Uruguay and Italy in the 2014 World Cup. It was like, oh god, this is not good to watch.
Spain, I'm not impressed by at all.
That's the other game in Group E. Sorry, Croatia, Czech Republic was Group D. That was a 1-1 draw. So the Czechs are on 4. The Croats are on 2. That's not going to be enough for the third place, I wouldn't say, lads.
Hey, who called it?
Well, that's true. Back to our predictions. We'll say Croatia might falter a bit. The other team faltering in that Group D, England. Well, they're not really, because they're on 4 points.
But compared for the overall winners of the tournament, they seem to be faltering.
Well, this is the thing, right? And I'm sure you've seen this. I've seen this on Twitter. There's this, people are like, fuck England, coming home, arrogant twats. And then there's a section on Twitter, and again, Twitter's not a reflection of even a tenth of the population at large. But, there's still an element on people on Twitter who say, we're not arrogant, it's a joke, it's sarcastic.
Gary Lineker after the World Cup last time.
Gary Lineker after the World Cup last time. This time people say, no, we're making fun of how arrogant we used to be. We're not doing it now. It's like, all right, even if I believe that, right? Even if I believe that, the phrase itself, it's coming home. Football is coming home. In itself is an arrogant statement. It's an irking kind of, fuck you. Liverpool's one, this is our year. They can say that sarcastically. And when they start to win, they say, Ronald McDonald League. But, it's not arrogant. It's not, because it's like, this year could be our year of the overall thing. football coming to its rightful home. Like, where was it? Like, so in the back arse of nowhere. Like, fuck
they
you.
They won it once in the 60s when it seemed like England teams just won everything. Like
at home. They're at home, man. It doesn't count. Doesn't count. Sorry, lads. No. I mean, but like that's the thing. Like, even if you were to believe that there are people who are sarcastically saying it, just the phrase itself. It's like, I don't like. It doesn't sound good. It's coming home. Like, don't say it.
And as well, if that was the case, where we're just joking, boys.
Yeah.
Tell that to your pundits.
Yeah. Well, that's the say. It's like, we don't. It's the media, man. No. The media doesn't reflect the public usually. No. The media just does their own thing. The public are in outrage and just keep doing it for the last 3 years.
Yeah. Generally, whatever the media says, the public just totally ignores.
Yeah, that's definitely not reflective. But like I say, I mean, if you were so, we're not going to win, we don't care. Like, you got 4 points, and you're raging that you drew to Scotland. You're like, sack the manager, he's useless. Why isn't he playing? Like, well, I thought you weren't going to win, lads.
Yeah.
Whoa, hang on here, like
Yeah. Scotland are good, boys.
The thing about England, right? And I've noticed this recently, is that they're dying to be the underdogs.
Oh yeah. They're too good. Their team is too good.
Well, they think they want to be the underdogs. They want the good parts of being the underdogs. Yeah. Like, they see us in Scotland not qualifying for things for years. Yeah. And then they see us, everywhere we go, we have a laugh. Look at it, it's like every, 10, 15 years, we have a laugh, everyone loves us. Scotland came down, apparently poured fair liquid in all the fountains.
Yes.
Like, kind of, not wrecked the place, but like, had a big laugh or whatever. Yeah. And then people are like, look, it'll be another 20 years for down here again. Leave them off. So they kind of get away with this.
Yeah.
But whereas England, or even Wales as well, like that was our first tournament, last tournament.
They're savage.
Like, Bale is a national hero. No one's saying Bale has squandered his talent in Wales.
No.
Like, the way, like, Rooney is like, Rooney, Ronaldo, at the same time. Rooney kind of wasted his career, didn't he? He's your all-time top goal scorer
of both country and club, and people are like,
but like, you're constantly compared to like the greats because you're England. Yeah. So like, you never get to enjoy the little wins.
Yeah.
So like, they qualify for everything. They go every tournament, they go everywhere, and there's more of them, which means there's always an element of like the people who take it too far and aren't having fun and cause trouble. Like, when we were in Amsterdam,
oh man,
and we were there for one of the nights we were there. England were playing the Netherlands.
Well, when we arrived, we walked up to where we were staying, and we heard this low roar,
ominous roar in the distance.
What is that? And then we got close, we saw banners like, "Oh, England are playing Holland," and then we went, "Oh fuck, England are playing Holland," and they were in the process of destroying the city. Yeah,
like again, if there's a large number of you, a small minority is still a large enough number. Yeah. That's all. Like, my abiding memory from that holiday is England fans ripping locked bikes off the bridge and throwing them into the canal. Yeah. Now again, most England fans would think that's like, lads, why are you doing that? Yeah. But when there's so much of them, so they go over there. Everyone's abiding memory is the time you broke a glass over the fucking the barman or whatever it is. So they're hated. The Scots, the Welsh, the Irish, they were there once the Blue Moon. They're like, they were great crack, weren't they?
Yeah.
England want that so badly. They want that so badly. They want to be loved so badly. Yeah. And it's like, no, like, you have to take not winning games and not qualify. Like, Scotland haven't qualified since 1998. You have to take that to be loved.
Oh yeah.
To want to be the plucky underdog, you have to go through all the fucking shit nights in the pub where you get hammered 5-1. Like, they don't want that. They want the good bits. They want to be loved and go to every tournament and win all the games. Like, that's not going to happen, man.
Yeah. You have like one of the best leagues in the world with, like, I would say probably the 6 best youth academies in the world.
Yeah.
You're never going to be.
And you want to be loved as well. Like, it's just not going to happen.
But if, like, they should just embrace it.
Yeah.
Like, you always see Liverpool and United doing that, like the whole hated, adored, never ignored, all that shit. Like, embrace it. Be the bad guy. Don't be like, why does everyone so mean to us?
Yeah.
Throw that bike.
Yeah, like I say, I think like there's probably that 10% of them who are like, I don't give a fuck. I'll spit into people going in a boat underneath the canal, all that kind of stuff.
Well, when we were there, like, a lot of the flags were like fucking Norwich diehard. It was like a lot of smaller clubs or like League 2 clubs and stuff. So there's lads who don't get to go on 2 away games. They're like, England is my club. Yeah.
I'd like to. There's lads who, the small minority who paint every end with the same brush kind of thing. But, you know, like, it's just, it comes to the territory of qualifying for every tournament. Like, you get to enjoy that. You get to, like, every World Cup, you get to go. Every Euros, you get to support a team. Like, we're supporting Turkey, for Christ's sake. Yeah, that's what we're left with. So, everyone loves you, and you could have a pint every now and again. Like, well, like, you know.
But it's as well, a lot of the countries they go to are ones they had colonised in history. So it's a bad look when, like, remember in Amsterdam, they had the Union Jack over every Irish pub. And they were singing about fucking killing Irish people, and we were like, "You're in Holland."
I know.
We're the only Irish people.
Well, some of it's definitely like they're like oblivious to their own history as well. So like,
Gary Lineker talking about the famine the other day.
Yeah, like
saying it was a fight over potatoes.
Yeah, like it's like, oh yeah, well I know it was bad. Like, wasn't how bad was it? It's like they literally don't know how bad it was in other countries, because you don't teach that stuff.
Yeah, you're not going to teach that. Yeah,
so
you're not going to teach about being the bad guys. I don't know anything about Ireland being the bad guys that I learned in school.
Yeah, I know it's like kind of a war, the war of dependence. We should call all this actually. Well, yeah, the best thing about the 0-0 is that we don't have to forget about Euro '96. Will Paul Gascoigne scoring that goal?
Oh my fucking god!
Who could forget?
No one could forget.
Anyone under the age of 35 didn't actually see it, but if you have a smartphone, it's been beamed into your screen, into your newsfeed all week.
I'm going to do a hot take here.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that good.
Oh, no, it was a good goal.
It is good, but
it was a good goal.
It's not that level.
It was a good goal, but the thing is, right, it's so weird. Because like we're saying about them, like, what is a time warp or time kind of a...
Like they're stuck.
Yes, we're like out of place with it doesn't mesh.
Yeah.
Like it was a 2-0. It was a second goal and a 2-0 win in a group game against Scotland.
Yeah.
And Paul Gascoigne is literally one of the most celebrated English players ever, and he won fuck all.
Yeah.
But they play that game over and over again. Apparently, they're playing that goal at halftime during the Wales game on ITV. It's like, yeah, it's a good game. George the Gaza goal.
Gaza.
And they love him. It's like, but like, you've gone from Euro '96, and you fast forward to now, where the media have convinced Harry Kane, if he doesn't win a tournament with England, his career's been an utter failure.
He's really playing like he thinks it's all over.
Like, the media thinks now, like, you have to win. Whereas back then, it's like, what a goal.
But like, they never win. I
Yeah.
don't know where that comes from.
It's so weird. It's like, what, you're taking '96, it's like, early internet, pre-social media. So it's the summertime, there's football on, England scored a great goal, and you've won, and you're happy.
Yeah.
And that's all they needed back then.
Yeah.
There's no expectation of winning it. Or, well, maybe there was, but they didn't need to win. It wasn't like, oh yeah, well, what about the movement?
Was that the same tournament where Beckham got sent off?
No, that was 98.
And then they were hanging like effigies of him in the streets and stuff.
96.
So they've been lad for a while.
96 was like 2018 basically.
Oh, okay.
Whereas like, we have a team here. And then 98 was the failure. So 96 was just like, oh yeah, let's go have a good time. It's in England.
Yeah.
They scored some goals, and that was that was a great tournament. It's like, then they lost the semi-final. Like, it's so strange. It doesn't really mesh at all. And I was looking at the quotes afterwards from the media. Like you're saying, they've gone so far to the other end.
Yeah. Well, I was watching originally on RT, and then as soon as the game was over, I was like, oh, I need to switch. I need to see what they're saying.
We gotta see if these boys.
And I was hoping it'd be like Gary Lineker, Shearer, Wright was there. I was hoping it'd be like the pure English heads.
Oh, they're BBC, man. This is ITV.
Yeah, that was the thing. But ITV went a different route. They were like, England are gonna fuck up here. Let's get Roy Keane and Graham Souness on to really just revel in it.
Like, we have Graham Souness for the Scottish aspects. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Roy Keane just happens to be here.
Like, I have the quote here from Gary Neville after the game.
Oh, I bet he had something to say.
Gary Neville's up in the Stein box. Really poor performance, massive disappointment in this ground, underpinned by poor physical levels. Really lethargic. Was it too big occasion for them?
I'll let you decide.
Pickford, I'll answer the question. And then Pickford, the only player at the physical levels required.
The keeper.
Everyone else, dog shit. I thought Mason Mount was pretty good actually in that game.
I thought Mount was good. I still think Rice is good.
He got some serious reviews.
Yeah, like, it's just because it's the whole thing of, well, he didn't fucking score.
And of course, Graham Souness, if you're familiar with Graham Souness as a man, as a pundit, he's not one for sly digs. I'll give him that. He's not one for subtle jabs. No. He's right at you, 2 foot you.
You know what he means.
Snarls at you the entire time. Here's his quotes after the game. That midfield is a footballing midfield. Talking about Scotland's midfield. Doesn't have a couple of sitting midfielders like England here. You can't have that. You need more football at this team. You need more football at this level. Now Scotland are dictating the level to England. It was a 0-0 draw, Graham.
Oh, like
Scotland looked a proper team tonight.
Oh,
yes, get in, up your bio. Yeah, he was reveling in it. He was.
Oh yeah.
This is what I'm saying though. He knows, given his age, he may not see another tournament. This was his time to say, yeah. We showed them levels there tonight, lads.
But, like, do you think they're going to be showing that result in 20 years' time? Like they do that? They'll still be showing the Gaza goal in 10 years.
This is why we can't forget, because there was nothing of note that's not going to make any TikToks anytime soon.
No. Well, hopefully there's a TikTok with, like, I don't know, Doja Cat or something playing, and the scramble in the box at the end with everyone desperately trying to kick the ball.
That was hilarious. And then they got a free out. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, it was good. I was very impressed with McTominay at centre back. It seemed like, why don't United try that rather than the never-ending cycle of signing and getting rid of players?
Well, this is the thing. I thought like Scotland played, they're not as bad as they played.
Yeah.
I don't mean that like that they didn't play well, but I mean like they played like Hungary played.
Yeah.
Where like, we know you're not a cohesive unit. Yeah. We're going to sit back and wait for you to try and fumble around, try and get the ball past us. And then we have good players. Like they have John McGinn and Tierney and Robertson, who have pace on the break. Yeah. And Che Adams, who's a proven Premier League finisher. Yeah. It's like, you're going to come on to us. We're going to break. We're going to win this 1 or 2-0.
Yeah.
And England said, well, not if we play 2 defensive midfielders and we don't attack you. Yeah. And then it finished 0-0. Like that was it. They were like, it was like just trying to outplay each other, and like no one attacked. And it was like the one time Tierney got down the left and cut it in, and O'Donnell had a good chance. Yeah. And like that's what they were trying to do all game. They wanted that to happen. They wanted England to come on them. England's best chance was John Stones. Yeah. Where he came like barreling into the box and overshot the ball, so he had to kind of contort his body to get a head on it. So you just had like the weirdest looking free header ever and hit the fucking post. That should have been a goal. That would have changed the game. But like, Scotland weren't as bad as they played. England.
It does seem like I thought the Southgate out stuff or whatever is a bit much, because it's just like you never win anything. But with the teams he's putting out, and it's like Sancho not being able to get a second. Like I think Ian Wright was saying after, Sancho got 16 assists and 21 goals this season, and they were like, keep Foden on for a while. Get Rashford back on. He looks like he's nearly dead. And
I'm going to say this isn't an anti-Grealish thing, right? I mean, because of Ireland, it's nothing to do with that. Like, I don't think he's that good.
I think he's very good.
But like the clamour, like he has to start.
No,
he
that's
has
insane.
to. He's like
him and Foden are both as good.
But he's not Griezmann.
Oh God!
You know what I mean, like he hasn't played a single Europa League game in his life.
Yeah.
Never mind, like at this level, it's like, no, he has to start. He's going to be the difference. He's the most fouled player, Will. He's the most fouled player. Think of all the fouls he'll win.
He tries to get by people and he doesn't.
And dives. He fucking dives. Like, I mean, I just think like this team, like obviously this tournament was delayed a year. Yeah. That starting team, most of them wouldn't even be on the squad. Yeah. Like, Calvin Phillips definitely wouldn't. He was playing in Championship last year. Yeah. And not saying that he had a bad game. Not saying that he's not good enough, but like,
Mason Mount probably not.
Mason Mount wouldn't. No, he was with Derby. No, he was at Chelsea, but
he was with Chelsea, but he was.
Foden had a great year this year. He wouldn't have gone on from last year.
He barely played last year. Yeah.
Sancho probably wouldn't have. People would have said one good season in the Bundesliga, not good enough for me. Who else? Tyrone Mings. No,
Tyrone Mings,
he was he not definitely
John
not.
Stones maybe not.
John Stones maybe not. Luke Shaw definitely not.
Definitely not. Yeah, that was Luke Shaw's first international game in like something crazy, like 5 or 6 years or something.
Similar to Benzema, who was banned.
Yeah. He was shadow banned.
Reece James, unheard of until this year. Like in terms of like, you look at the French team. Obviously, Benzema's the one.
It's the team that won it, the Euros, or won the World Cup.
Drew out for Benzema. Yeah, but it's the same system, same manager. Obviously, England's the same manager, but like they played a back three. Yeah. Ashley Young, who obviously won the league this year with Inter, he's gone. like the wing backs. Like it's a totally different team. It's not the same team at all. The only players who are still there: Stones, Pickford, Kane, and
Rashford.
No, not Rashford. Sterling.
Oh, okay.
And Sterling shouldn't be playing.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's not in form. He's not playing well. But I think Southgate's like, no, like I want this to be. If I get rid of Sterling, then we've got 2 outfield players. It's not the same team at all.
Yeah.
There's no like carrying on the thing. So I think that's why he's insisting with Sterling to try and like, no, this is still the same team. It's, like, it's not. It's not. You got no Henderson in there. You have no Harry Maguire hasn't played yet. Like, I don't think they have their best team. They don't know what their best team is. Yeah. They don't know what their style of play is.
Yeah. Well, they change fullbacks every game. Like Kyle Walker wasn't playing this game. And Shaw started this one. Like, they haven't a clue. They have too many players. Like,
I think they probably should have stuck with the back 3. Like, I know Maguire wasn't fit, but I think you should have said,
apparently he was fit for this game. Like, he said he came out and did an interview and he's like, yeah, I'm ready to go for this one. And then they're like, oh, you're not playing.
Oh, Gareth, I love that.
Yeah.
Don't remind me again. Yeah. But, like, you know, if you say, right, Harry Maguire is, like, if Harry Maguire was fit, you probably would have said they'll play the back 3 like they did at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Walker, Stones, Maguire.
Yeah.
Trippier on the right, probably Shaw on the left.
Yeah.
But they said, oh, Maguire's not in and Mings is brutal at the best times, plus plays the back 4. We better switch back 4, so. But actually, he's so bad. Even at the back 4, we have to take Trippier and put him on the left side to protect his terrible fucking player. And then, like, it gets off. It's like, well, what is this team anymore? This is a different system. And you got Mount and Foden and Sancho on the squad. And it's like, you know, stick with the same team. Like, France have what they have: Dembele on the bench. They have Tolisso. They have Giroud. They have Ben Yedder. Yeah. Players in form. Players scoring goals. Like, this is the team.
Yeah.
Like, Coleman is on the bench. They can come on maybe if it might make a difference. But like, this is the team. They should have said, look, Sancho's a great player. Rashford's a great player, but like, you know, this is the starting team. Yeah. These are the players I'm going with. I'm not saying, but like when you play a team and it's some kind of weird formation of 2 number 10s, you're like, well, you should play him then. If you're going to play that,
if you're going to play the weird one, play the best players in the weird position.
Yeah. So if he came out and said, no, we're going back to this is how we play in this team. You know, you have to make my squad. I don't have to bend to you. But
do you think this is the end of Southgate?
No, because I think they'll get through this tournament. No, they'll get through this group. Sorry, they'll get through this group. He'll obviously finish the tournament. They're very sacked during the tournament. I don't know they're playing the group of Jets second place, aren't they?
So who all look good. Well, like if now they could play like Germany, who also looked good, but
if you're playing France or Germany, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I think if they played Germany, they have a chance. I think if they played France, it's game over for them.
Yeah.
And that kind of puts, you know, if you're the immediate person trying to write a hit piece on Gareth Southgate, do you go, oh, we lost the world champions and maybe the eventual winners?
Yeah.
Or do you say, well, we were never good enough to be anybody?
Well, this is the same media that were calling themselves the winners of the tournament, because do you remember the teams they beat at the World Cup last time?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Panama,
Tunisia, the first Colombia, the first time they came up against a hard team, they fucking got bet, I think. So.
Yeah. Oh, Croatia, wasn't it?
It was Croatia,
yeah. I mean, honestly, I think they have good players, but none of these players, like I say, would have been playing a year ago.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be even in the squad.
And there's no, remember, I think we talked about it ages back about France, how from youth level they play the system, like they're forced to play the system that the international team plays, so they're ready for it. I don't think there's any of that in England. It's just like everyone's so individual, it seems like.
Yeah, but like Germany, we were saying they weren't great in the first game and they've changed their formation last minute, similar to England. But they still have like the core of that team. Like Hummels has played loads of games for them. Yeah. You got Neuer in goal. You have Muller in the team, and I think that's probably part of that as well.
Yeah.
You bring in like the core of the group. You still have Toni Kroos.
Yeah.
You still have Joshua Kimmich. Like, you know, these aren't like lads who are like, oh, they had a good year this year. Maybe they'll go to the tournament. You know, like, oh, we're going to play this new system that, you know, even if you watch the last games, it doesn't matter because we're playing a new system that you don't play for your club. I mean, he's playing Foden on the other side.
Yeah.
He's had a really good season this year on the left. He hasn't shown that he can play all over the park.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think the Grealish thing, I don't, because they're not playing well, it's like, well, he's good. It's like, he's 25 years of age. Like I said, never played a Europa League game in his life.
Yeah.
I don't see him as a Griezmann or like a Bernardo Silva, like, oh, he needs to be on the ball. He needs to be the ball running through him. It's like, I just don't see it.
No.
But like you're saying before the tournament, it's great to have England. Just for this.
Yeah, you have someone to watch. To really give it to
watch out the corner eye and say, oh yeah, this is going to be sweet. This is going to be sweet watching them crash and burn.
And they don't, again, they really like play up to it. Every time. We've been saying this for months before the Euros. The hype machine hit critical mass just in time for the tournament, and they blew it.
But like I said, they're 4 points. Any other team who doesn't take it seriously, who doesn't think they're going to win, would be delighted. But they do think they're going to win.
Oh yeah, they think this is still on.
They still think they're going to win this, and they're not, and that's great. The other game then, Spain versus Poland.
Poland, yeah.
1-1. No prize for guessing who scored there. Lewandowski for Poland, Morata for Spain. Although maybe there's prizes for guessing that Morata was.
Yeah.
And I saw they played Morata and they played Moreno for Villarreal, the top scorer, top Spanish striker this year, 30 goals for Villarreal. Morata scored first, penalty comes along, and I think, oh, maybe Morata? No, Moreno has this one, and Moreno missed.
What's going on with the penalties? So you said last episode as well.
I think I saw a stat there, I saw a tweet, I think we tweeted it. 7 from 9 penalties missed.
That's insane.
It's insane. It's like, it's a free shot, 1-on-1, lads. Like, Gareth Bale is probably the worst one, high and wide, not even close. But I mean, Moreno missing his, like, what is going on?
See, this has been the most own goals scored in a Euros ever already as well.
Maybe it's just the lethargic nature of all the players after this long domestic season. They're just like struggling to get over the line here.
They're like, oh, I have to kick a penalty. Jesus.
It's like that reaching for the own goal, like the pressure of the energy probably sapped from your legs when you take a penalty in front of a big crowd. So that add on top of like just being completely leggy as well. Spain have drawn 2 now. Drew with Sweden, drew with Poland. We said we'd be very surprised if they didn't get through this group. I think we might be surprised.
Yeah, they are so shit to watch as well. I think.
Yeah,
it's a lot. We said last time, pass, and it doesn't go anywhere.
And next they play Slovakia. Big Skriniar on Morata. He'll have a field day, Will.
Oh yeah,
he's going to feast. Well, it was bad for me because I dropped Ferran Torres for Moreno.
I kept Ferran Torres and Pau Torres. I think I've gotten 4 points from them the last 2 games.
Yeah, they got a clean sheet against Sweden. That was 0-0, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
But the Torres brothers have not been as good as I thought they would be. That I suppose brings us on to maybe the fantasy. I suppose fantasy corner.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I mean, that second place finish wasn't even after gimmick 1, but when I was second place, it seems like a long time ago now.
Well, you said in the last episode, how could I not put Ronaldo on my team? And then I believe you didn't do it again.
Well, then the finances fucked me. Well, also figuring out how the game worked with the unlimited or the limitless, or what it's fucking called, which was unlimited budget. I should have done that for second round. I didn't. And now I'm 17th. Ooh. In my own league.
I jumped up to 7. Again, though, it does change pretty quick.
There's not much in it. That's the thing. When you're playing along at home, it's like, you know.
I think I'm 20 points off top, and I was in 20th yesterday.
Yeah, it runs very quickly. Like it's when you're playing the normal fantasy at home, it's like after the first three months, and you've maybe missed a few weeks in a row. Yeah. You know, then you're too far behind.
But when you have to make a transfer every day, it's easy to.
At that stage, it'll be over.
Yeah.
So you know, you're still in it as long. Like I'd say, most of the attention span for this would be on point to keep in touch. I suppose you get up the
league.
Get up the league and begrudgingly read out the winners this week.
I think my brother might still be in first.
Your brother or my brother?
Ooh.
I think. View league.
Oh.
Yeah, 17th. Not looking good for Vario Serious. Yeah. Horses don't run, they can't. Top of the league. 128 points. Your brother's second.
Yep, they're still up
125.
there.
I think we need to do something drastic here. I literally think we need to offer 50 quid for anybody.
Put a bounty.
Yeah. If you come ahead, anyone bar, you know who you are, my brother and your brother Will. You don't get 50 quid. Anybody else gets 50 quid.
Oh, we can't do 2 jerseys and 50 quid.
No, just the one jersey.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
No, we're not, just in case anyone, when I said the Irish jersey, I meant like you can pick an Irish jersey as well. I'm not giving you an Irish jersey as well as like a Hungarian jersey. No. You can get an Irish jersey if you want that. Like, say you look like, I don't want a fucking...
Yeah.
We'll get you an Irish jersey in lieu of a Euro 2020, but I'm not giving you both. There's a bounty now as well.
Yeah, the bounty is out.
The bounty is out. You got to beat our brothers. B.O.B. Beat our brothers, 50 quid in the sleeve of that jersey as well. This cannot happen, folks.
This cannot happen.
We'll run down the top 5.
Yeah.
Horses Don't Run, the Cante, Bournemouth FC, the Bangers FC. We're counting on you, the Bangers. Anyone but Will Byrne.
Fuck off.
Anyone but Will
joking
Byrne.
Me?
He's joined fourth with Farquad Army.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah,
me.
I know. Yeah. And then in 5th, then Bin Chickens down to 6th.
I'm nearly there.
But this thing, Bin Chickens was in first there, and the last episode he's down to 6th, and then it's very close. There's only 10 points in between, like 16th and 6th. So you're right in it there, folks. Most people are right in it. The big winner this week, the best fancy player was Gosens of Germany, 2 assists and a goal. Also Dumfries.
Oh man, he needs to get him in.
You need to get him in, boys. I mean, I thought last week he's not going to score a goal again, and I was wrong.
But how often can he score? This is the thing of fantasy. It's like, well, he's not going to score 3 goals.
Yeah. And look, we're in now that danger zone where teams are qualified. Yeah. It's been a long season for everybody. Will.
Yeah.
You're going to rest your players if you can.
Yeah.
So teams with big squads like Belgium, Italy. Who else is going well? Netherlands. Yeah. They might want to rest players, so it's hard to know which players to pick, which players to captain.
Yeah.
Like Belgium, I think play North Macedonia on the last day.
Lukaku might get a wreck,
but they might, because they have Bashizai, they have Benteke. They don't have to win that game.
Yeah.
So this is a pivotal game. I'd say if you have the unlimited, save it for the last 16, because there'll still be some matchups there. You think, they'll have the better there, and you have to win that game, obviously. So
it's going to get hard because as it goes, obviously there's less players to choose from. So I would imagine as it goes on, people's teams are going to get very similar. So it's going to be harder to break out.
So this last group game, this is where you I'd say
this is a call to arms.
I'm telling you, this is where you have to make big moves, folks, because in the end we're all going to have Mbappe and.
We're going to have half the French team and half whoever
the Belgian team, probably. That's what it's going to end up as. So I mean. You got to make big moves, folks. If you're at the top, I mean, you keep doing what you're doing. I mean, fair enough. You're at the top. You've earned that. If you're thinking I got to break my way into that top 5, there's not much in it, so don't go too drastic. But now is the last time to make some big moves, folks.
Go for the Ronaldos, the people who are like, he doesn't care about the Euros. He just wants to score.
Yeah. Yarmolenko as well. Another one in form, trying to get big moves. That's what you're looking at, folks. Yeah. What do you think, Will? It's not really for me to care about, but you're in touching distance. What jersey has impressed you the most?
It was originally going to be a Turkey jersey, but now I think I couldn't live with the shame. Yeah.
What jersey? I think the only when you wear a jersey, either around your house, which is fine, or down to 5-a-side. Wear a cool retro jersey under the 5. It's like, that guy must be good. Rarely is, but it's always kind of in your head. I'm thinking the Finnish jersey is a nice kind of. I don't see many of them. The North Macedonian. If anybody wins and wants the North Macedonian jersey, they're very hard to come by. Because I was just going to buy one for myself anyways, because that's with the sun and stuff. Yeah. There's some dodgy websites to sell them. I went to Jacko's website themselves. They don't even have it. So we might.
What's the population of North Macedonia? They probably all have it.
I don't know. But there's some jerseys that are easier to get than others. I think the Finnish jersey I might go with. I still might go with Turkey. I'll tell you what, if Turkey put in a good performance, well, I shouldn't say it because we're going to record it. Yeah, cut that bit out. Obviously the Turkey jersey as well. Looking, it's a nice jersey, red and white, classic colours.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what do you think? Your Turkey or?
I see. If they win it, I was going to go for the away Italy jersey, the white one.
Yeah.
But if you win it, you don't want to be wearing it because then you clearly bought a jersey because they won the Euros. You want to be one of the obscure teams, I think.
Yeah, I think that too. I think if you're going to pick a jersey, well, not too obscure because you want to get...
Yeah, something like a very gettable but obscure.
Yeah, like we can get you Finnish jersey. We can get you a Denmark jersey. That'd be a good one. Ericsson in the back, shows you for heart. Yeah. But yeah, anyone who's winning, keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of your mind. What jersey you're going to pick. It'll keep you motivated, folks.
Yeah.
It's keep me motivated.
Well, I actually saw articles probably moving much before. I saw a post.
A tweet?
On some website. No, it was on some website where it ranked all of the Euros jerseys, but it had them all on one page.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
you'll find that and put it up on the Insta.
Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, get some. But make up your mind. Make up your mind too, folks. Bandwagon wheel. Turkey, obviously the team we're supporting. We thought they put in a big effort today, Will. They let us down once again.
This time they let us down in person, which is much worse. Normally we're kind of watching it separate. This time we got to see it together, the collapse. The game's halfway done.
Yeah. For anyone listening to this, if there's an epic comeback, we've missed that.
There's not going to be.
No, just
guarantee.
Judging by the way they're playing,
yeah,
they're 2-0 down. Shaqiri and Shefrick with the 2 goals. Yeah. They're leggy, Will. They're leggy. They're lethargic.
Shaqiri is at it.
It's a team of Harry Kanes out there. Italy are also 1-0 up in their games. That's that kind of group. I'd say done. Italy first. Wales are also losing to Italy.
Yeah.
What's that group stand actually? If they're 3 points for them, for Wales.
Well, we're definitely at the bottom with the goal difference anyway.
Yeah,
we haven't scored.
No, we're like 7 goals down.
Yeah.
Turkey are out. I don't give a fuck what Wales are.
Yeah, we're done.
Italy, my guess to go through to win the whole thing.
Still probably will. Yeah,
they're still looking good. What will you say? Well, what can we say about this Turkey experience at the Euro? It's not great.
It was good following Guztep. Turkey not so much.
No, they let us down big time.
Yeah, they really did. We really went out on a limb to vouch for them, and they've made us look like idiots.
Yeah, but look, like everyone keeps saying, a young team, they'll be around for a long time. Probably not really because they're terrible. But
yeah.
I suppose just build on this for the Euros. And what there is to build on, probably wholesale changes, I'd imagine. Halil Akbanari in first.
If Halil's back, we're good. That's all we need.
So after that, I suppose we'll just... That is the sad end to the bandwagon wheel season 2.
It's been a sad bandwagon wheel, though. It's very rare that good things go well for us.
Yeah, because we thought we said we'd stick on the dark horses because, we thought we might win it with Turkey. But no chance of that.
No. We had a good run.
Yeah, it was alright. But
who are we supporting now?
Well, no, that's it.
No, we're done with football.
We're done. We'll spin the wheel again September.
Yeah.
Back for the domestic season, but for the Euros.
Fuck the Euros. Who cares? Finish it.
And now we support Denmark, I suppose.
No, honestly, that is nonsense. Nonsense. All nonsense. But listen, I've been on that road before. Nonsense. Fucking nonsense. Why should we accept somebody talking nonsense? Like, what would you say? Just why are you talking nonsense about us? Why are you talking rubbish?